Good morning, everyone. My name is Tejo Uza. This is Tune Up Live radio station bringing you news all over the world. Today, we are going to be talking about Nigeria quarantine. It is so surprising that our president has declared an announced lockdown of major cities to curb coronavirus. The 14-day lockdown enforced in the commercial hub, Lagos, neighboring Ogun, and the nation's capital, Abuja. Our president, just after, a lot has been going on, and finally, our president is doing something. Nigeria implemented a sweeping quarantine for 3 major states that are home to almost 30 million people in a bid to slow the spread of the new coronavirus in Africa, in Africa's most populous country. The lockdown in Lagos, Abuja, and Ogun kicks in at 11 p.m. local time on Monday and will stay in place for at least 2 weeks. President Muhammadu Buhari announced on Sunday, a little over a month after Nigeria confirmed its first cases. Could you believe it? Our president just announced that there will be a lockdown after a month. All this while, what has he been doing? For more information, we are going to hear more about this announcement from Gift Mbaho.
Good afternoon, my name is Gift Mbaho from Tune Up Live radio station. Muhammadu Buhari, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, gave a speech on COVID-19 on Sunday, 29 March 2020. From the first sign that coronavirus or COVID-19 was turning into an epidemic and was officially declared a worldwide emergency, the federal government started planning preventive, containment, and curative measures. In the event the disease hit Nigeria, the whole instruments of government are now mobilized to confront what has now become both a health emergency and economic crisis. Nigeria unfortunately confirmed its first case on 27 February 2020. Since then, we have seen the number of confirmed cases rise slowly. Confirmed cases within Nigeria has risen to 97. Regrettably, we also had our first fatality, a former employee of PPMC, who died on 23 March 2020. Our thoughts and prayer are with his family in this very difficult time. We also pray for quick recovery for those infected and undergoing treatment. As of today, COVID-19 has no cure. Scientists around the world are working very hard to develop vaccine. We are in touch with these institutions as they work towards a solution that will be certified by international and local medical authorities within the shortest possible time for now. The best and most efficient way to avoid getting infected is through regular hygiene and sanitary practices, as well as social distancing. Since the outbreak was reported in China, our government has been monitoring the solution closely and studying the various responses adopted by other countries. Since the outbreak, the NCDC has been implementing numerous strategies and programs in Nigeria to ensure that the adverse impact of this virus on our country is minimized. We ask all Nigeria to support the work the Federal Ministry of Health and NCDC are doing, led by the Presidential Task Force. To date, we have introduced healthcare measures around Nigeria. To unfold the situation, some of these measures will surely cause major inconveniences to many citizens, but these are sacrifices we should all be willing and ready to make for the greater good of our country. As we are all aware, Lagos and Abuja have the majority of confirmed cases in Nigeria. Our focus therefore remains to urgently and drastically contain these cases, and to support other states and regions in the best way we can. This is why we provide an initial intervention of 15 billion naira to support the national response as we fight and contain and control the spread. President Muhammadu Buhari.
Yeah, thank you very much, Gift Imbahon. Yeah, President Muhammadu Buhari, we thank you for for your response. We thank you for taking the action right now when this thing has already entered Nigeria. Because I tell you, before this thing entered Africa, Africa supposed to have been ready for this, because we've been hearing the news of coronavirus all over the country, and it has not reached Africa yet. But finally, our president, our most precious father, Buhari, that is concerned about his citizen, please, please, people are hungry. People will go hungry. People, there's no money. Remember, ASU went on strike before this thing hit Nigeria. Where is their money? Your government have chopped their money. Please, you have not paid them. You still owing them a lot of money. This is the opportunity to show that you are a good president. Please, President Buhari, pay them. Just pay them so that they will be able to stay at home and buy something. If coronavirus don't kill them outside, now hunger go kill them inside. Now, you announced that there will be lockdown and stuff. You announced that people should not go to work. You announced that people should not go outside. How would people feed their family? How would people survive? Please, we are begging you in the name of Allah. You are our father. You are our nice president, the best president ever in Nigeria. Please try and help people out. Provide something for the country. The money you've been chopping, this money all this while, you've been chopping Nigerian money is enough. Try and help for one. The announcement triggered panic among many in Lagos, the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak in the country, which has so far affected over 111 people and caused one death. On Monday, residents in Lagos flooded market and store to buy food and other items. Bose Odumasu, a mother of 5, told El Jazari that she will use the next hours to stock up on food for her family. I was expecting the government to give us a few days to sort out our domestic needs before the announcement. I feel the sudden restriction will cause the price of commodities to increase. Odumasu said, yeah, people, there's no business transaction from country to country. The economy is, really bad right now, and prices are going up. So we beg our president, you see, Idobalemi, Papa Buhari, please, try and help provide a stimulus like United States did and other countries did for their citizens, to help people while they are staying at home, so that people will not die of depression, people will not die of stress, people will not die of hunger. We are begging you in the name of Allah, and we pray that Allah guide you as you are leading us, and as you are helping the country to fight this epidemic. I know it is not easy, but as a citizen of Nigeria, we'll be praying for you. Buhari said all branches of government have been mobilized to confront what has now become both a health emergency and an economic crisis. But the lockdown means additional financial pain for millions of informal laborers who rely heavily on their daily aim to survive. Olatunji Akintan, a bricklayer, and his wife, a petty trader, live in a 2-room apartment with their 2 sons in Ojodu, a suburb of Lagos. Every day, Akintan commutes to different locations in the mega city in search of job, and only gets paid when he is hired by building contractors for the day. Now, this 56 years old faces a 2 week home quarantine without any income. Since January, I have not done much work, so I have no savings. I have been thinking of what to do with the little money I have for 2 weeks. Akinton told El Jazari. How do I raise money now that I won't be working for the next few days? Some of us will be forced to buy food on credit if we can't find those willing to sell. In his speech, Buhari announced a series of measures aimed at relieving some of the economic pain, including a 3 month moratorium on government loan repayment for the most vulnerable in our society. I have directed that the conditional cash transfer for the next 2 months be paid immediately. Our internally displaced persons will also receive 2 months of food ration in the coming week, Buhari said. I hope this, President Buhari, all your plans are good to help the country, but please be careful because there are all these local government chairmen and all these government workers will use this opportunity to chop money, to chop a lot of money. Please, 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 I want you to, employ the army, the people you can trust. Our armies now, our soldiers now, we can't trust them. The people who can trust to lead this, this thing that you are doing to help people in Nigeria, because I tell you, you don't want to see a mass death. You don't want to see, war in Nigeria. You don't want to see people killing each other. You don't want to see people breaking into people's house. Please, we are begging you, make sure that these plans that you have for the country, make sure that you guys work very, hard to fulfill this plan. And I pray that Allah will protect you and bless you as, you are doing this for the people, because we really need it right now. May the Lord bless you. One love. This is where we're going to end for today. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Stay blessed. One love.